The 1% and the why. I talk about it a lot, but I haven't in a while, so that's what we're going to talk about today. Hello, everyone. Semi-retired Bob here. I talk about the carnivore diet, all things related to the carnivore diet, and miscellaneous odds and ends. What you're watching today is you're watching me mow. I know that doesn't seem super exciting, but if you consider just a little over 3 years ago, I could barely stand up for a couple of minutes without severe pain, and now I'm out here mowing in the 90-degree heat plus humidity of Omaha, it gets just a bit more interesting. If you're returning to the channel, welcome back. It means a lot to me that you spend just a few moments of your day with me. I would like to ask everyone to help me out just a little bit. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Drop down in the comments and say hi, Bob. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. All these things are absolutely free and help me get the word out that it's never too late to change your life. I am 62 years old and I'm doing things I couldn't do when I was 40, like out here cutting the grass in the heat and humidity of the Omaha summer. I talk a lot about 1%. What exactly does 1% mean? You know, I say it every time when I close a video out. Don't forget to get out there and be 1% better today, tomorrow, and every day. Well, the 1% is a concept that actually originated with Coach Bronson several years ago. And it's the theory that just taking small steps forward every day to improve yourself just a little bit will yield big results over time. Just look at me. It's not like I started carnivore and immediately started walking long distances and cutting my own grass and all of that. You know, because I bought the mower that you're looking at back when I just got out of the hospital from having my heart surgery. And that was several years before I started carnivore. But I was still so sick and unable to move that I did manage to cut my own grass a couple of times, but I had to break it up into several days, doing just little sections at a time, so that I was almost always going outside with the mower a little bit each day just to keep up with it. And it eventually got to be too much, so I ended up hiring a lawn service. And if you go back and watch some of my earlier videos and the cleanup that I had to do in the backyard, you'll discover that the lawn service did not do a very good job. But the whole point of this is that I started with walking just down to the corner and back in September of 2022. And I went just a little bit further each day. Not a lot, just a little bit. And regardless of where you're at in your health journey, just taking small steps. You know, if right now, if all you can do is walk down to your mailbox and back, then walk down to your mailbox today. And then tomorrow, take one step past the mailbox. And then the day after that, go down to the mailbox, walk one lap around the mailbox, and go back to your house. These small little gains don't seem like much, but over the course of time, they can build up and lead to great success, as you can see with me cutting my grass. And the other thing that I talk about quite frequently is why. Why are you doing this? I had this question came up in my live stream with Dave the other night, and I figured it was time to talk about the why again just a little bit. My why is not your why. Why I'm doing what I'm doing is mine. You have to find your own why. And while the nebulous, I want to be able to do more things, I want to be a little healthier, that kind of stuff will get you started, I don't think that's a strong enough why to keep you going when you run into problems and things get tough. I think your why has to be something very, very strong, like, I want to be here to watch my kids grow up. I want to be here to walk my daughter down the aisle. Or if you're older like I am, you want to be able to get down on the floor and play with your grandkids. Or you want to be able to take your grandkids to the zoo. Or you could even be someone that has pets and you want to be able to take your dog for a proper walk all the way around the block, or you want to be able to load your dog up into the car and go to a dog park. Whatever your why is, you have to keep that right in front of you at all times, which is why I say it needs to be a strong why, because everybody slips up from time to time. But you can help get yourself past those occasional slip-ups by keeping your why right in front of you. So that if you're out with friends at a coffee shop and they're all getting donuts and you just have a black coffee, but you're looking at their donuts going, boy, I'd really like to have one of those donuts. You can then put your why right in front of yourself. Let's say it's getting down on the floor to play with your grandkids. You can at that point ask yourself, which do I want more? To be able to get down on the floor and play with my grandkids, or do I want that donut more? Most of the time, the get down on the floor and play with the grandkids is going to win. Now, there will be those times that the donut wins, and as I always suggest, don't stress about it. And that's one of the big problems with the so-called diet culture. Everyone always, you have a little slip up and you get down on yourself and think, why did I do that? Oh, I'm never going to make it. And you just keep beating yourself up about it. Well, don't beat yourself up. It's not productive. And sugar addiction is real. Occasionally, the sugar addiction is going to win. If you make it for 8 days on your carnivore journey and then you have a little slip up, don't feel sorry for yourself. Don't beat yourself up. Just get right back to it and tell yourself, by keeping your why right in front of you, okay, my new goal, since I made it 8 days before I slipped up, I'm now going to go for 9 days. And over time, your slip-ups will become further and further apart as you slowly beat that sugar addiction. Well, you get the idea, and I will have a few more thoughts when we get down to the end of the video, but for now, let's go ahead and watch me mow a little bit and have some music. One of the things I wanted to point out that I like about my electric mower, besides it being much lighter than a regular mower, is that once the battery's out of it, I don't have to worry about spilling gasoline on the ground when I tip it up to clean it. As you can see here, I've got it tipped all the way over and I'm spraying out the underneath side of it. It's just a lot easier to clean up when you don't have to worry about gas and oil and all that other stuff. Electric mowers can be a little bit more expensive, but over the long run, this thing has certainly paid for itself. I believe it's about 7 years old now, so it's still doing pretty well. And as you can see, it's very easy to clean because I can just tip it all the way up and spray it out. But anyway, today's video, keep your why right in front of you, and that will help you move forward one step at a time, 1% at a time. And as you saw today, I cut my entire yard, front and back. And it was pretty doggone muddy and wet out there because it's been raining a lot here. I think I've cut my grass more this year already than I did all of last year, and it's barely the middle of July. Not even quite. Today is the 10th. You guys are going to see this on the 11th, so it's not even the middle of July yet. And I've cut the grass many, many times this year because it's been a really hot, sticky, rainy summer here in Nebraska. But anyway, keep your why right in front of you and just try to get a little bit better each day. And the 1% doesn't have to be just about your health. You can, decide to get a little better at a skill, whether it be knitting or crocheting or reading a book or whatever it is. You can apply this to all parts of your life. Don't try to do it all at once. Just get a little bit better at something each day. Hopefully you enjoyed this mowing video. Well, I haven't actually edited this video yet. I will shortly, as soon as I'm done recording this voice section. And we'll see how the footage came out and how it's different, because I used to wear the bob cam on my head when I mowed, and today's footage was on that new chest mount that I tested out in yesterday's video. But anyway, that's what I've got for you today, folks. Don't forget, get out there, be 1% better. Today, tomorrow, and every day. Have a great day, folks. I'll see you in the next one.